Okay, here's the wreckage. This is the interior of a 1991 Lotus Esprit Turbo, pulled out and put onto my driveway. These door gaskets are in excellent shape. I took them off thinking I have to replace them, but one of them has a bit of an abrasion to it, but for the most part, they're plenty reusable. A-pillars obviously have to get recovered, but here's the thing. This entire car is just either fiberglass or plastic on the backside, and ripping that stuff off, making a template from it, and putting new stuff on shouldn't be that difficult for an upholsterer. Here's the door card. Probably gonna go in a two-tone with the door card. I'll show you the Alcantara fabrics that I got, the one I'm thinking of going with. I also had an order of Napatech, which is a pseudo leather, but it's more resistant to stains and things. I'm really leaning towards that. There's the headliner with the two visors. The cover to the glove box, that's where the glove box sits. That's the actual glove box. Getting that out was a lot of fun. Here's the binnacle. The instrument cluster is still attached to the car. I saw no reason to take it out. It's actually in very, very good shape. The wiring looks good. Everything looks pristine under there. So when I get the timing belt done, I'm actually going to try to see if the car will start. There's our door pocket. These run alongside the center, attach under the center console up here, like this. Those will get recovered. Again, look at the plastic on the back. It's not ripped, it's not torn, it's all in good shape. We've got original Lotus item numbers. There's the center console, which I think is ugly to begin with. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Probably just reupholster it back to the way it was to keep it original. There's the map cover, or the map pocket. Not real useful in 2022. Here's the climate control and the radio that came out. Sony. It's got a CD changer back there, along with the two speakers. This piece, I've got another one coming. Same exact one, except for brand new. So it's a remanufactured piece. It's not original, but oh well. Take what you can get. The car mat for the driver's side is actually in decent shape, but it's not getting reused. This is for the steering wheel. Steering wheel comes through here. Ignition key over here. This is where the steering wheel protrudes through. This thing was a pain in the ass, and I took off all the bolts that I could take off, and I still could not get the thing out. It was still attached somewhere. And it was my 15-year-old nephew who said, I think it's just glued down. And I said, okay, well, let's put a little pressure on it, and boom, popped right out. So I had been spending hours and hours trying to figure out where this thing was attached, and it turns out it was just glued to the piece that was under it. Another door card, another gasket. Here's the fur. There's the fur piece that goes on the top of the door card and rubs up against the glass. I have no idea if those controls are going to work, but we'll find out hopefully soon. Another A-pillar. So these pieces wrap around the top side of to the left and right of the sunroof, along the edge of the roof. Here is the seat. The driver's seat has seen better days. Throwing a car seat cover on it is not going to get it done. I'm going to bring all this stuff to an upholsterer and get a price on it. But what I'm thinking of doing is using a basically black everywhere, black carpet, probably black seats, but there'll also be a dark gray mixed in. So the door cards will likely be two-tone. They'll be all black, and then that door card, this piece in the middle, will be the gray, whether Napatech or Alcantara. And then yellow stitching. The yellow stitching, double yellow stitching, to pick up the outside color of the car. I think it'll look really great. So black, yellow stitching with gray embellishments. This is to the back window. It's all solid. Just needs to be recovered. Get the sun. Here's my 10-disc CD changer. This is mounted in the trunk and wired appropriately on the door sill. Here is the sunroof. This is a removable sunroof. This is made by Saratoga Sunroof Company. I contacted a well-known parts supplier in England and asked them for parts for this, and they told me that no Esprit was ever shipped with a removable top. I'm sorry, with an aluminum framed top like that. And I showed him a picture of it, and he said, well, the hardware looks like it's Lotus, but no Lotus ever shipped with a framed top like that. So I thought, oh, maybe this was an aftermarket thing. But I did find out 90 and 91 were the two model years, and it might just be 91, my year, that they actually went to the Saratoga top. I've looked at both plexiglass and polycarbonate. I'll show you those samples later. I'm going to go with plexiglass because polycarbonate you can't darken enough to keep it as dark as I want. Plexiglass is very easy to tint. Polycarbonate, not so much. So that'll probably get stripped down, cleaned up, look nice and clean. I'll refinish the hardware. Once the tailgate or the trunk lid is back on the car, I can then start figuring out the size of the piece of plexiglass that has to go on it. Engine cover, here's the underside tray of the car, and of course the trunk lid itself. That's what the inside of a 1991 Lotus Esprit looks like. I'll show you what's left inside the car now. So here's the interior, and if you're watching, if you know what this is this a factory Lotus thing, or was this an aftermarket alarm system? I'm guessing this was put in as an aftermarket alarm system piece, but I don't know for certain. But these pieces are in good shape with the exception of the fascia itself. So that's going to come off, and I'll probably use a piece of cherry wood, or I know a lot of other people have gone carbon fiber. That's a possibility, but I still want to keep somewhat of an authentic feel to this car, even if many people feel the wood is dated. I think doing like a dark cherry that almost looks black would look good. Let's see, we got this. Anybody know what this is? If you could let me know. This was attached to the steering wheel column. It clearly had some kind of knob on it. I'm guessing wiper speed. This is for the wipers. Don't know. This back carpet, I haven't taken this off yet, but it dried up nicely. I think the firewall is pretty solid. Obviously no rust in the car because it's all fiberglass. This is a seat cushion or a pad that went under the seat. Rip those out, so this will all get scraped. A new one will be put down. I'll also paint it. I'm gonna go with yellow. I'm also gonna paint the inside yellow. Not the whole floor, but anywhere if you remove a gasket or you remove a piece of carpet, I don't want to see red. I want to see yellow or black, one or the other. I don't care, but not necessarily red. That side's nice and relatively clean. It doesn't smell in here anymore. Up top, everything is intact. Broke this light. I'm sure that's going to cost an arm and a leg. Up here, what I want to do is really clean up this edge, sand it down. It'll get painted, and then the gasket will get put back on.